What's up, guys? Back in me is we got Smallville Season 4, Episode 3, Facade. Okay, so this episode starts off with a flashback to 2001 with Whitney, Lana, and all the other characters from that season. Except for Pete, because, he left the show. The actor left the show. So, I think the character will be back at some point. But anyway, and we see this girl named Abby or Abigail, and she has like scabs all over her, and people make fun of her. Then she gets a face. So then she gets like plastic surgery. So then we get to now in 2000 when the show takes place, 2004, 2005, no 2004. And generally and Clark pitching for the football team, and General Lane's and he's like, hey Lois, your permission into college has been the Smallville U has been denied because you need 5 extra credits, and she's like, where do I need to go? And he's like, that means you're going to Smallville High. So yeah, Lois is now in the same school as our characters, and she's like, oh, and she's like, just show me where I need to get my 5 credits. And she's like, Lois. Chloe's like, Lois, you really think you need 5? You think you're really gonna get 5 credits in one session? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, maybe you could work at the Torch. And yeah, so that's where Lois is now. She's working at the Torch. So yeah. So let me see the Abby girl after her plastic surgery, and the people who made fun of her are now into her now. But yeah. So Lana and Jason are kissing, and she's like, you can if we get caught, you could send me to detention, or he's like, or you could get me fired. So yeah, and then Clark's like, Coach Teague, and he's like, and she's, yeah, and he's like, Lana, what are you doing here? And she's like, the principal or something told me to show her around or something. Yeah, because Clark doesn't know that Lana's their coach is Lana's boyfriend. So yeah. So yeah. So she's like, you work at my high school now? He's like, yeah. So yeah. So Clark, he applies for. He's like, hey Clark, you should try football, which we all know it didn't work out so well in season 1, episode 3, but maybe it'll work out here. And so yeah. So yeah. So they go, and so yeah. So Abby and I'm gonna call it Abby. Abby and this girl Brett just go into the back, and they start kissing, and that's what and she accidentally makes him think that something's happened to his face when he's all fine, and he just freaks out, lands on top of Lois's car, and it ends up in a coma. So yeah, so Abby's mom is trying to get Lana's tattoo off, but she says, so when Lana mentions the whole Brett and Abby thing, Abby's mom is like, hey, you must do what you did to Brett to Lana, because if she tells people you could lose all your plastic surgery ness or something. So she does it, and she freaks out, and she ends up in a coma too. So both along, yeah, and Lois, she she tries she tries to learn more of it. So she tries. So Lois, she tape records the tape records the what is it? Tape records the conversation, and once the mom finds out, Lois says that she'll expose them, but Lois gets tranked and gets tranked, and she attempts to she attempts to plastic surgery Lois's face, but Clark gets Clark kicks Clark saves Lois, but because the kryptonite, Clark gets knocked down. Lois kicks that mom in the face for trying to plastic surgery. She does it after she tries to. Lois kicks her in the face again, which I was like, "You go, Lois," because that mom's awful. And 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 yeah, so yeah, so so yeah, so so yeah, so. So yeah, so yeah. And yeah, so basically that's how they conclude this episode's events and story. Okay, so this episode was very good. I really enjoyed it. The mom, she was crazy. I guess she just wanted. I guess she just wanted her daughter to stop being bullied, but trying to do that same, trying to plastic surgery Lois' face. Not cool in my book because Lois is my new favorite character. So if you harm Lois, you get you harm Lois. You don't harm Lois. And yeah, Clark, he and Jonathan had a big little fight in this episode because Clark, because Clark is still gonna join the team and still gonna join the football team, and yeah, I really like this episode. So comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you next Smallville.